We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And if you celebrate another holiday, this is not the podcast for you.
This is to reiterate what Dabo Swinney said, this podcast was built on the NIL, God's name, image, and likeness.
That's right.
The Christ-centered podcast. Always has been. Always will be.
We faith, family, football here first.
Actually, family's third. Family. Let's be honest.
Faith, football, family.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's I like that. We need to do one of those because how long is it going to take for someone to catch on that we put family below those two other things?
It's like subtle enough that it could take a while.
It could take a bit.
Wait, you actually have football in front of family? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like most head coaches in America don't prioritize football over their family.
Yeah, I mean it's their living, but
yeah. I guess
in fact, a lot of their families suffer because of football.
Yeah.
Dad, this is the 7th city we've lived in 7 years. When is it going to stop? When I become a better coach. My fucking teams win.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think about that, but God, like the number of like the turnover in coaches, especially when you're not a head coach, like a college assistant, you don't make that much money, and you're probably living in like student housing in random universities, raising a family for years.
Yeah, not everybody is coach from Friday Night Lights, man.
No, but high school coach in Texas sounds like a pretty good gig.
Yeah, as long as you're good. As long as you're able to get like the high schoolers that are out of district, but you finagle your way to get them for your school.
Yeah, through any means necessary.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I accidentally quit football at the perfect time at my high school.
When was that?
It was after my freshman year, because like the next year I would have been playing. It would have been like on the varsity, and our school brought in like this new coach, and he brought in like his guy to be the quarterback, and like before that they wanted me to play quarterback, and then I refused, and I think like I would have went in with this expectation of maybe I was going to be, playing for quarterback, but I avoided just a coach who would had no interest in me and brought in his like 6'2" prototype dude. The team still was not very good, but I'm glad I quit before I knew any of that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the same time I stopped playing football too, mostly because I just wasn't all that good.
I was too good, but
did you guys not have a freshman or a JV team?
We had freshman team.
Okay, it just went straight to varsity.
There was a JV. I'm just saying I wouldn't have been on JV.
Oh, you would have been on varsity.
Oh, and I don't mean that as like a brag, but our fucking team was horrible.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I was like if I could have, they probably would have put me on freshman as a sophomore.
I should have been playing on varsity as a freshman. There's like 3 or 4 of us that should have been trying to help our shitty ass varsity team. There was like 2 guys though on that team that were men. They were like thinking back at that, I was like, how are those guys in high school? And how did we still suck? But I guess every school probably has a couple guys that are.
Did you see that 12-year-old?
Yeah, there's like 2 of those guys, but just completely ripped, like 6'2", and they're built like grown men, and somehow our team still sucked.
Yeah, we had a couple of those guys too, but I think the problem, because we had like a 6'6" wide receiver who was incredible as a freshman, and just like a couple of like corn-fed dudes. But I think the problem is like some of these guys peak physically too early.
Yeah.
Like you want to like, because we're looking at today's like National Signing Day for college football and all college athletics, and see like some of the sizes of the kids like got a lot of growing to do. And it's pretty like incredible. Like they get these guys when they're still like 160 pounds.
Yeah,
like,
those are the guys you want.
Red shirt and gain 25 pounds, 30 pounds a year.
Yeah. Get those guys, because the guys who are already football size by like sophomore year, they're accustomed to being the strongest, biggest, fastest person they get a little too long, I think.
Definitely.
Unless they're like LeBron James or the exception. But I think there's some merit to that.
Yeah, I think being like undersized or just like not a monster when you're growing up forces you to focus on the fundamentals and do the little things really well. And and sometimes when you're just a beast, like, oh, I don't need to practice footwork or hand-eye or anything like that. I'm just gonna be better than people. Yeah. Which, like you said, sometimes like you're Bo Jackson or LeBron James and you are a freak athlete compared to literally everyone on earth. But the higher you get in football, like everybody's like that at a certain point.
Yeah, if you're like 6'8" at 12, you're going to be a big man even when everybody catches up to you.
Yeah, shout out to my college team, Nevada. They signed Jax Leatherwood from San Diego today. I just thought it was funny that, and I texted you because so Nevada has a 6'7" quarterback, 6'8" quarterback, 6'9" quarterback who's graduating. And obviously the Broncos have had
John Elway running Nevada,
Paxton Lynch, and who am I forgetting?
Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, Brock. But I don't know why all the tall quarterbacks gravitate to my teams.
It's I said you're the curse.
I might be. Yeah.
Did we start working together when the Broncos brought on Paxton Lynch?
I think that was before us.
Okay.
I was at
I can't put it all on you. Can't put before us.
Yeah. Predate us.
We would have had fun. We will get to what?
I said we would have had fun with Paxton Lynch though.
Oh, I was excited about it.
But us too, yeah.
Said, okay, we got a quarterback. Anyway, we're going to get to the game picks. And there's not a lot to talk about Broncos-wise. Cortland Sutton's back practicing finally. Russell Wilson should play this weekend, correct?
He will play.
Russell Wilson is going to play on Jesus' birthday.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't fucking win, everybody should stop practicing Christianity.
Will more than half the team show up for Jesus' birthday?
Oh, that dang right. God doesn't exist if Russell Wilson loses on Christmas, especially if he's playing Baker Mayfield, the Antichrist himself.
Yeah, no, we definitely like if we don't win this, then that's proof God is not on our side and possible proof that he's just like you said, there is no God.
Yeah. If he was playing another quarterback that was very into Jesus, then I'd say like, okay, but he's playing Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Like Deshaun Watson or somebody like that.
Yeah. I was hoping honestly that the Rams and Baker looked a little better against the Packers. But we kind of talked about it before that game where we thought like Baker was not going to play very well with more time with Sean McVay because it felt like they benefited from the surprise element of Baker coming in, and they did not play well against the Packers. In one hand, that's good for the Broncos because I think the win is easier. But I was hoping for the matchup to be just maybe kind of sneaky good. Like you got this story of Baker playing well with the Rams. They still have their flaws, their injuries. The Broncos get Russ back. We just saw their offense kind of work against the Cardinals. Maybe we get a good game here, but it feels like the Broncos should beat the Rams the same way they beat the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of belly aching that the Broncos are playing on Christmas.
Good.
even though, yeah, we had our we had our primetime game against the Chiefs flexed out, and that ended up being a very good game, actually.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're playing our best football when nobody's watching.
But after the last 2 weeks, I'm not dreading this anymore. I will have probably less than my usual amount of attention on the game, or when I think about it, maybe more, because it's a great excuse to not talk to family. So I could see it going either way, but I'm definitely not dreading it. I think the offense is starting to click a little bit. I think Hackett said that himself, that it's taken a little while, but the offense is meshing under Clint Kubiak after a few weeks. And you can see that with, just the final results, the output, scoring over 20 points 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, I think I agree with you. I'm actually pretty optimistic about this game.
Yeah, kind of like the benchmark I'm looking for is what the Packers scored 24.
Yeah,
against,
I think so.
If the Broncos can score 27, 28 against the Rams, you got Hackett's old offense. Now the Packers kind of just they gave up some points at the end of the game. They could have scored more in theory. They tried at first. Watson, I believe it was Watson, didn't know Rodgers was going to throw to him or some shit.
Yeah, that was Watson.
So 30. I think if the Broncos can score 30 on the Rams, it's Hackett's old offense, the old scheme, his new area where they're working. All of a sudden, I got a little bit of optimism about this football offense, Will.
Yeah, I mean, and you combine that with, and we don't know who's at the advantage here, because you had Dwayne Stukes, the special teams coach. He was on the Rams last year, won a Super Bowl. Jiro Evero, he was at the Rams last year. They know each other. Sean McVay knows these guys. I suppose these guys know Sean McVay as well. So it's always interesting. And I know Hackett said something about this too, but you don't want to rely too much on your coach's prior experience with another coach. You don't want to say, okay, Evero's going to tell us everything that Sean McVay is going to do, because Sean McVay knows that Evero knows what he's going to do too. So it's this it's this trade-offs, mind games.
McVay had, I think, a pretty funny quote about it, where I think they asked him kind of about, going against Evero, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, I don't know how they're going to prepare for what we're going to do when I don't know which players we're going to have available every single week.
Yeah.
And I wish I was joking about that. It's hard to prepare when you are making so many changes based on injury. And the Rams and Broncos are, I think, both top 5, bottom 5. I don't know what you'd call it for injuries right now. I retweeted the Fox's bus rankings, and this was from week 14. But Broncos most injured team, and then it's the Cardinals, and then it's the Chargers, then it's the Rams. So they're both in the same boat, where it gets a little tougher to do a full game plan based on that experience if they're inserting all sorts of different guys to fill roles. So
interesting that two of those teams play at SoFi.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea. That's kind of reckless speculation on my part.
A little turf spec.
Maybe. I don't know. Just saying.
I think because the Cardinal Stadium, that's grass, right?
I think so, yeah.
That was one of the smartest things a stadium did, where they have the field, they just can roll it in, right? They can grow two separate fields, so they always have good turf. That was a big story about it when they did it. It's why the fuck didn't all these other stadiums that are new do the exact same thing?
It's a great question. Wish I knew more. But yeah, I mean, who knows too? And it's not everything, but it sounds like the players are really in favor of natural grass, and hopefully
sounds like the players are going to demand natural grass on all all stadiums at the next collective bargaining agreement, and they're going to get it, but they're going to give up something far more costly.
Yeah, it's the classic. It's the classic like keg of beer for the dental plan.
Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Oh my god, that's one of my favorite clips.
So good. So long, dental plan.
Lisa needs braces.
Yeah, it's definitely that was like the getting to wear single digit jerseys versus another game added on to the end of the schedule.
You can have your grass fields, but the NFL is now going to be 18 weeks long.
Yeah.
So 19. So you're going to play 18 games.
Yes. I wonder why everybody's getting injured.
Each division will now have 10 teams go into the playoffs.
Each division. Wow. I like it.
Conference, whatever the fuck it is.
Conference is correct.
Yeah.
And the Broncos still won't get in. Just kidding.
No team will not be in the playoffs. That's the new NFL.
I like that. I think you just seed it differently. You know? Maybe make the entire regular season a battle for seeding.
Yeah.
Not even for getting into the playoffs.
You know, it'd be crazy. It's like the Broncos could be going against like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter. Might be able to beat them. We could be the worst team in the AFC, and we might be able to get that win.
Yeah, we do play the Chiefs bizarrely hard.
Yeah.
Because we know them so well.
Yeah.
Just the case for all division rivals, but
we have played them hard and just lost every single time. There's a couple games there's like a couple shitty games in the mix there, obviously, but
right.
Even that first win the Chiefs got, it was kind of one of those Mahomes coming out party games for the AFC West. I felt like where, not the very first win. I guess it was the second.
Oh, the Monday night one. Yeah,
he got his first start and he got the win. Like, who cares? Season was over. But it was the next year. It's like Vaughn almost sacked him one or two times, and he made these crazy plays. And
the left-handed pass.
Yeah, that too. The left-handed thing.
And then Keenum missing Demaryius Thomas on that last drive. God damn. That would have been a good win to have.
Case Keesum.
That was when the Monday night. That was when like Booger was on the Booger Mobile,
right?
And then Joe Tessitore and Jason Witten, and they were shoving the whole Showtime Mahomes thing down our throat. It was clear like ESPN gave them a memo. It's like, okay, we decided Patrick Mahomes' nickname. It's Showtime. It's
exactly.
Okay, here's Showtime Mahomes. Showtime Mahomes drops back to pass. Showtime.
I forgot about that. Didn't stick. You can't force a nickname.
No. I don't think he has like much of a nickname now.
No, it's just Mahomes.
It's
like
I guess only Mahomes.
Only Mahomes, yeah.
That was like the thing Collinsworth gave him.
Yeah. He's like Prince.
Yeah. It's just a symbol.
Yeah. It sucks because he's just so fucking good. I wonder, like, because he's good the same way like Russell Wilson was good early in his career.
Yeah.
People don't want to draw that comparison, but
it's true.
Mahomes probably has like a little bit better of an arm.
He's a more like elastic arm in that.
Yeah, it's bendable like Von Miller. He throws from more angles. Like that's the only thing you see. But like watch old Russell Wilson footage and the way he escapes sacks and pressure. It's very similar to Mahomes. And I wonder how Mahomes' game will evolve when that part of his game gets harder for him. I don't know when that time will be, but it caught up to Russ. Like that's like if you want to be honest about one of Big Russ's struggles is he can't do fucking magic every third play when he's under pressure. He can do it a couple times a game, but my memory of Russ is just snaking backwards through defenses and then throwing 50-yard bombs.
In like a calculated
about Mahomes, he does the same stuff.
In a calculated way where you knew that Russell like knew the guy was coming from behind and he was just waiting for the last second to spin out of it, and he had his spot where he was going to get to on the field, and the receiver knew like where he was going to go to.
Right.
And I think that probably adds to some of our struggles this year, where the receivers in Seattle, like they had that chemistry where they knew, and the O-line too, where, okay, Russell's going to get away. He's going to get to here. This is where I need to be. So you have the first play and then you have the second play, all within one. And right now they're still figuring out the first play, let alone, if he does get away from the defense, where to be as a receiver.
Right now they can't remember the first play. It feels like.
They're starting to figure it out now. Jerry Jeudy is like, okay, hold on. I think I have this. And then eventually next year we'll get to like what happens when he scrambles, if he's not like even stiffer than he was this year.
Yeah. And I think that's probably one of the things Andy Reid's offense is probably most well coached is for the second opportunity. Because
McNabb had that too in Philly.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
And the other thing Andy Reid's offense does that's so like interesting to me is how they use running backs. Like they're not a running team, but all they do, it's all about getting the running back touches in different situations. Like that's why you criticize the Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick. It's like, you're not going to use that guy probably the way he needs to be used, which is 20, 25 carries a game type of thing, 20 carries a game. And you want him in the passing game, but they're having so much more success. Like right now with McKinnon, and it's just find those fast backs. It's like the Chiefs, just find as many fast players as you can and get open. You look at the McKinnon touchdown against the Broncos, like stupid, just a dumb play by good athletes. Like McKinnon was really good in the short passing game last week to bail him out. And it's like, I wish we don't have the personnel to do that, but they use it different. And I think Buffalo wants to do that, but they don't get their backs those kind of opportunities in the short passing game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, cause why, you only get so many plays on offense. It's like, all right, we have great wide receivers. Yeah. We're going to go down the field and get them the ball. No, that was interesting though. Like going back to that Edwards-Helaire pick, it's like you did this, 4 months after Damian Williams was like probably the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I know it's Patrick Mahomes, but he was probably the best player in that game. And then you're like, okay, we got this guy for nothing, but now we're going to spend a first-round pick, a very like the 32nd pick, but still a first-round pick on a running back.
We should do a video that is the real best football player from the last 20 Super Bowls, 25 Super Bowls or some shit.
Every Super Bowl. Ray Nitschke.
Super Bowl 3. It was
Max
not
McGee.
Joe Namath.
Imagine how many touchdown catches Max McGee would have had if he wasn't insanely hungover that day. He might have had 5. Or maybe 0. I don't know. Maybe it helped.
Speaking of hungover, check out DraftKings Sportsbook. Sober.
Good
Do
segue.
your sports betting sober. DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You know that. Right now, they've got an unbelievable deal. You won't believe the deal DraftKings has got for you today. Just use our code DNVR when you sign up over at DraftKings. It's a huge deal. Okay? All new customers with that code bet $5 on any pregame money line wager, and if your bet hits, that's $150 in free bets. But you got to hit. You got to hit that money line wager. And right now on Christmas, I'm feeling good about my home team, and that's the one I'd be taking. DraftKings, of course, is safe, secure, reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money whenever you want, even when Will's not paying attention to what you're saying.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, sure, Will.
I gotcha.
Sure. I demand your attention at all times. Code DNVR at DraftKings Sportsbook. Link in the description. Show notes for details. Restrictions apply. Level up your money. Just gave him a sweet ass slogan.
That was great.
Yeah.
Well done.
So freaking talented. Okay. Anything else we should address with the Broncos before we do our game picks?
Yeah, I mean, I would think we should talk about like Ronnie Hillman.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
very sad.
Yeah, really sad news. He's in hospice care right now. With sounds like a pretty rare form of liver cancer.
Yeah, there's like not a good treatment for it.
Yeah, and this is like it totally came out of nowhere. I think the first anybody heard of it was Orlando Franklin was tweeting about it. So we didn't know that he was battling cancer, that he was sick.
I knew he had some health issues at some point, but not this.
Yeah, it's so jarring and really, like we said, just really just sad. When you cut straight to like we don't know how he's doing, and then all of a sudden he's in hospice care. But I don't know. I was thinking we could just kind of like talk about what he meant to that Super Bowl winning team, and
yeah, he's kind of one of the I think like unsung heroes of that season, or for players that doesn't get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Because he had, let's see here, 400-yard games that year. A really important one was that final game in San Diego when everything was going wrong.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
when Peyton Manning came like into the game, he was one of the guys that started ripping off, runs in that game.
Yep. He clinched it basically with a pretty long touchdown in the fourth quarter. And he was the leading rusher on that team. People, your first thought would be, it's probably CJ Anderson, who was great that year, especially later in the year. But no, Ronnie Hillman was the starter for most games that season. He was the leading rusher. He had some really, really nice moments. Like a touchdown run in the snow against New England. He ripped off like a 78-yarder against the Vikings early in the game, where he was just the fastest guy on the field.
That was the game I was thinking where I forget what video we just did recently, but I was looking through, like I was trying to pull clips and I was looking at that game. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that run he had in this game.
Probably the 2015 video.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was that one. I think it might have been the Brock Osweiler video. When I was looking through like some shit, but I was like, I forget how fast Ronnie Hillman was. And then even that Green Bay game, he had 2 touchdowns, and that was a big game on the season.
He was so like fast getting around the corner.
Yeah.
Of the defense, and he was on that team. He got drafted. I think he was in the second or third round, probably the third, from San Diego State, and he was in that class with Derek Wolfe and Brock Osweiler. They were all day 2 picks, and he was there the entire Peyton Manning era from 2012 to 2015. And I remember because he was 20 years old when he was playing his first year as a rookie, and it was like an ongoing joke with me and my brother. Like, when are they going to mention that Ronnie Hillman's only 20 years old? He's like the youngest player in the NFL, which is really crazy if you think about like where you were at 20.
Yeah.
and being a major contributor to a great NFL team. And so I mean, we obviously, we wish all the best to him and his family, and I know I have really fond memories of him as a player.
Yeah, if Andy redrafted him, he'd probably have 1,000 receiving yards in a season.
Probably, yeah, probably, almost definitely. But yeah, I mean, so it's just
it's unfortunate too. It's like it's like a year after Demaryius Thomas passes away.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was just kind of shitty. Two guys who were important to the Broncos and to that crazy season. It just sucks.
Yeah, and we wish them all the best. And
we talked about this before I had to do DraftKings, because if I went right into DraftKings,
did not want to segue out of this into DraftKings.
Nah, would not have been good.
No. Should we pick some games?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Button mashing. Free to play. There it is. Boom. Bam. All right. Let's see here. How did we do last week? Ooh, 110 points.
Nice.
Yeah. No match for Steve, who reclaims first place. Damn, Steve.
120. Kevin, 130. Good Lord.
Kevin
these guys
started
are getting
off at number one. But
these guys are getting the scripts.
They are. Ryan. Where the fuck are we? Evan, Christian. There we are. 18th place. Okay. All right. Dang. 110. I was proud of that until I saw 120, 120, 130. Anybody get 160? No? Okay. Time to pick. Ooh, fuck. This is like probably tough one right away. Jags, Jets.
Yeah, I mean, how tough is it though? I think it's the Jags.
Ooh. They Jets playing Zach Wilson again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach Wilson's getting the start. It's the battle of the number 1 and number 2 quarterback. In 2021.
Trevor Lawrence is on such a better trajectory right now than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, he's on fire. Zach Wilson, not as much.
No. All right. Bills, Bears. 98% taking the Bills. That's a lot for a Bears team that put up a fight against the Eagles. I don't have anything to play for, but
yeah, this would obviously be a major upset. But I'm not going to pick them, but I think the Bears will give us an entertaining game. And
I think that'll
be two of the great mobile quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah. Josh Allen and Trevor Siemian.
Yep.
All right. Saints, Browns. Don't give a shit.
Don't care.
This has got to be one of the
Jameis and Deshaun Watson on a field together. Great.
Winston and Watson.
Yeah, I don't think Winston's starting, but he's.
That sounds like a fun like detective show. Yeah. Winston and Watson. Except
people are investigating them.
Sexual assaulters. So
they're the ones under investigation.
Yeah. Dang. I think I'm gonna take the Saints.
Yeah, sure. Why not? They played, hard to gauge a victory over Desmond Ridder and the Falcons, but
yeah. Ooh, wow. Just 6% going with the Texans after they almost beat the Chiefs and almost beat the Cowboys. No respect for Houston. Wow. And Tannehill's lost, 4 in a row? Is he hurt?
I think he is.
Well, banged up?
Yeah, there's no final say on this one, but
at this point, why would the Titans? I mean, they're still in the playoff hunt because of their division. I don't know. If I'm Mike Vrabel's no sucker though, man. He's always going to play to win. But if I were doing it, I'd be playing Malik Willis and willing to miss the playoffs this year to go through some of the bumps and bruises of trying to learn the position.
Yeah, I think with Vrabel his job's safe, and I think I would go with Malik Willis.
Damn.
See what you have.
All right. Did you see him tell the reporter that his question was long and dumb?
No, I didn't.
He said something like, okay, my answer will be short compared to that very long and dumb question that you just asked.
Feels like there's like weird tension between reporters and like coaches and players right now.
Yeah, it's that time of season.
It is, yeah. They just get tired of each other.
Yeah. Wow, look at this. The Seahawks dream season really in the tank right
how
now.
the mighty have fallen.
Wow.
Wow.
Man, this is a game where I wish both teams could lose.
Agreed. I think it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs who win this game.
I think the Seahawks are going to win, but I'll take the Chiefs. Vikings, Giants. Ooh, I like the Vikings. You like the Vikings?
I do. Yeah, I do.
All right. Bengals, Patriots. Wow. That feels
like
right.
these teams played last week, but they just played Tom Brady. So give me the Bengals are hot. The Patriots are coming off of just the stupidest loss
Oh my God.
ever of all time.
So funny that it's them too. I can't even.
Yeah.
I'm still happy about how they lost. And I don't even care if it's to the Raiders. You know what I mean?
No. Just one of the funniest plays ever. It's been talked about ad nauseum, obviously, but you give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I like Cincy. Hopefully they can get Trey Hendrickson back soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Get him and Sam Hubbard going again.
Yeah, Hubbard's going to miss some time. Well, 87% taking the Lions over the Panthers. I tend to agree.
Is this a trap game?
Could be. I mean, I was a little worried about Detroit facing the Jets. I think that was probably more the must-win game for them. Oh, man. No, it's not a trap game.
Okay.
I'm all in on the Lions. I can't pull back now.
I thought last week would kind of be a trap game for the Lions, and they gutted it out.
Got close. Dude, I mean, the Jets' defense is just no joke.
It's tough.
They slow down everyone. Okay. Ooh. Is Lamar Jackson coming back yet?
I don't know yet. I would take the Ravens either way, though.
He is out of practice at the moment. Damn. All right. Yeah, I'll take the Ravens too. Wasn't just it's like the Falcons had no actual plan for Desmond Ridder. It was like, let's try to win this game without utilizing any of his strengths.
I'm not sure what his strengths are at this point, and that's not like a knock on him necessarily. I don't know what he does well.
Well, the Falcons should know.
They should know. Yeah.
Wow. Washington.
This is a good game.
I thought so too. Grossi tried to put the kibosh on that for me, but
what does he know?
I don't know. And he's been hyping up the Commanders all year. Well, it was because I ranked the 49ers so low in the power rankings, but I called the Washington the poor man's 49ers right now.
Yeah, a little bit. They've got a great defensive front and just playing anybody at quarterback and making it work.
Yeah. I like the Niners, though.
Yeah.
But we might see some of the first cracks in Brock Purdy in this game.
Yeah, it's a actual tough test.
Yeah, because
for Purdy.
And we've talked about this several times. Once the quarterback's played 2 games, that's enough for defensive coordinators to kind of get a good beat on how to game plan for him. So we'll see.
Very true.
Ooh. Man, this game, I don't care if it's Gardner.
How is this Eagles not the primetime game?
By a billion. Don't know.
I mean, I know why, I guess, but
yeah, why wasn't this flexed out? Why were they?
Well, because
Saturday. These are Saturday.
No, because they're treating Saturday like it's a Sunday, so they have Saturday night football.
They've been hyping up this matchup as
the Immaculate Reception, the 50th year, and Franco Harris, we learned, passed away this morning. At 72. Also very, very sad. He was the guy who scored on the Immaculate Reception, obviously. So just kind of very strange, timing there. So a game will mean a little bit more, and I guess that's why they're playing it on Saturday night. But I don't know, not a game I'm like particularly looking forward to. I don't think the Steelers are a very easy watch.
Nope. They're kind of like Denver.
A little bit.
What do you think, Raiders or Steelers? I'll let you make the pick.
I'm going to go with the Steelers, actually.
Yeah, it feels like the kind of game the Raiders will lose.
Yeah. Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Eve Steelers victory.
All right. Dolphins, Packers, just 19% of the people taking Green Bay on Christmas Day, 11 a.m. I like the Dolphins too. They did lose to the Bills, but they played them the right way. They did. They need to bring that same energy against Green Bay because I think Green Bay they're kind of like Denver. They're finally clicking a little bit, and I would be a little nervous about playing them, but come on, Mike McDaniel. Please, just keep winning, baby. I fucking root for him so hard.
I know. I like him too. I was impressed actually. Like you said, against the Bills. They got those dogs in them.
They do. They hit every team. I feel like every good team hits a slump. Yeah. The Dolphins hit it. They played like the 49ers, really good team. They played the Chargers. There's no excuse there. But
the Chargers, come on.
Yeah. I like how they bounced back, even though the final score, they got Josh Allen. Okay, final 4 games. Final 2 games. Oh, damn it. All right. Broncos over Rams.
Yep.
Fuck them. Dang, man. I want to pick against Tampa because they're not good, but we saw how bad the Cardinals are, and their quarterback situation is dire.
Yep. They're starting Trace McSorley. They cut Carson Strong for James Morgan. So fuck them. I'm cursing them for the rest of the season. You heard it here first. They won't make the playoffs. And Cliff Kingsbury will be fired.
Rightfully so.
Going out on a limb.
And yeah, I'll take the Chargers over the Colts. Although the Colts are starting old Nick Foles.
Yeah.
You think the Colts get a win with Nick Foles?
No. Okay. I feel like I've picked against the Chargers the last 2 weeks and mid-price.
No, Chargers are playing better. We should give them credit for that. Not great still, but a little better. They're still going to miss the playoffs, I feel. Oh, my God.
They will find a way. They're going
to lose to the Broncos next week. That's what's going to happen.
Almost definitely.
All right. We get all our picks? Hell yeah.
That's it.
We did it. Podcast done. Everybody's done. Let's get out of here. Enjoy your Christmas, your holiday. No simulation again this week. We've burnt out on them. And maybe we'll get one more in before the season. I appreciate everybody who watched those, but not enough time in the days anymore.
No, we got Christmas Eve. I guess Saturday's Christmas Eve, but the eve of Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we got some stuff we're doing. So appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week. I should be live during the Broncos game, but definitely want to have a recap.
Good night.
Good luck.